Yo, morning salute from the West Coast, 3:35 a.m. SKANTE hours, as they say, right? If you're up right now on the West Coast, it's the SKANTE hour time, right? On the East Coast, if you are basically waking up, salute to you, God bless to you and all of your family. Central time, God bless to you and all of your family. The British friends that we have all across the world, salute to you and your family. All around the world, South America, salute to everybody from there. Salute to all the friends from the Rapid Combat Sports and all you guys that are my friends. Salute to SSC. Salute to the Don. Salute to John Blaze. Salute to all my friends. LT. I got all my friends in prayer. Al Dog, Sergeant, Diamond, all of my friends that I rock with, right? Everybody, Punch, Small, Let, David, Salas, all my friends that I rock with, H Money, Puro Sur Central Boxeo, all of my friends that I rock with. There is a prayer out there for you, Tony Boswell. The same, brother. I think of all my friends from boxing. I think of all my friends and pray for them daily. Mad Chad Sports. Mad Chad Sports. Salute, brother. Everybody, Knockout Ned, the greatest, Omar E, all of my friends that I think of daily, Sergio CCD, Michoacan Stand Up, all of my friends that I think of daily, salute and prayers out to everybody, right? If I haven't mentioned you, Witness the Hoax, salute to you, brother. Uh, Chocolate Bacon Resurrected, salute to you, brother. All of my friends, salute to Mad Chad Sports. He was already here. God bless, brother. Salute to you, brother. This is Skante hours. You got to pray for everybody that you run in through. Iceman, salute to you, brother. Um, it's the top of the morning, right? On my side. You just gotta think of everybody. Like I said, SSC, I already gave you a shout out, bro. Salute to you, brother. One of the hardest working, if not the hardest working man in the world. Obviously, match. We're all hard workers out here, right? That's why I have this thing called Skante hours. I mean, shit, man. I be working hard sometimes. Yesterday I've been working hard. The day before I've been working hard. I've been passing out after that shit, right? Do some things in the midday or even in the evening and shit. But you know what? I'm up right now, so I said, why not do a stream? And talk about a little boxing. Um, who haven't I mentioned, brother? I gotta mention everybody that I know, right? We got a myriad of folks that we rock with around here, man. Um, and it's always best to mention them and keep them in prayers, right? Uh, no say, look, who's been MIA, but salute to him. Uh, I got you, Knockout Ned. Salute to you, brother. Prayers for Knockout Ned and all of his families and everything around him. Salute to Knockout Ned. Just a myriad of folks, right? Paulo Tomas, salute to you, brother. Everybody who rocks with this thing called boxing. We all have our opinions. We all have the things that we like, right? The Don, brother. You know I said the Don. The Don's always out there, brother. The Don's always out there, always in the prayers. Who else we missing out here, brother? If we got anybody to think about, um, oh, Chris Court, bro. Chris Court's always out there. Chris Court is always out there doing his thing. Just a solid individual. I don't want to miss on anybody because you know what? They're gonna be, yo, what's their shout out? Shout out, right? We missing anybody out there, guys? I even Bruce goes. Bruce goes. You know, Bruce goes is always going hard too, right? Salute to Bruce goes. Uh, the Dom for reals, right? Who else should we keep? Well, we keep everybody in our prayers. If I missed you, it's not that I can't think. It's just that you know it's top of the morning. It's Skante hours, right? Skante hours. Uh, I figured I'll do a stream right now in these hours. Um, just talk about random stuff, right? Random stuff in this world of boxing. Opinion. Sometimes I get energetic and I start going off, discontinuing people, right? Or discontinuing boxers. But it's just the passion of the sport of boxing that we all have, and the passion for what we all think is truth, right? And we all have our own truths, right? Sometimes some of us like Canelo, some of us like Tyson Fury, some of us like the man Vasily Lomachenko, some of us go hard with Virgil Ortiz or whoever you rock with, right? Obviously, there are a lot of Bud Crawford guys out there. Did I mention Steele? Steele, salute to Steele out there. All these guys, brother. I mean, shit. It's boxing, boxing. Will S. Salute to Will S. Um, Everybody who makes boxing YouTube great, because guess what? It's a lot of guys there in chats, but they know more boxing than us. They know more boxing than people who are on YouTube, right? That's the thing. I never look at anybody in the comment section and say you don't know. No, you know boxing. You watch all these channels. You watch boxing 24/7. You watch boxing 24/7 out there. You guys know boxing. I don't like it when these guys come on these, they have a platform and they just assume, no, I don't know more boxing than anybody. You guys are watching boxing too. You're the same. You guys are watching boxing, and you guys know more boxing than this ESPN creeps. Seriously, this ESPN and PBC creeps that have the platform, these guys who are right here getting paid and they don't watch boxing. Sean Porter, I don't even think he watches boxing 24/7. None of these guys who are getting paid to do boxing don't watch boxing 24/7. They don't know about snack, like Mad Chad's been calling out these snack scumbags. They don't know about the details of that. All they know is about the corporate entities that pay them off, and it's sickening. It's sickening, brother. We're the ones out here talking real boxing. I don't like you, Bill Haney. You're a scumbag. You're a scumbag and a sorcerer. You're a scumbag and a turncoat. That's all I got to say about that. These guys get a little bit of money. These guys get a little bit of money and then start doing all kinds of crazy shit. For reals. SOG. Salute to SOG. Salute to the man. Salute to the man, the myth, the legend. The man, the myth, the legend. The man, the myth, the legend. Puro Su Central Boxeo, another man who knows a lot of boxing. I mentioned him earlier, but the man never gets one of the nicest dudes on YouTube. And if you don't like that guy, you probably have issues, because this man just treats everybody fairly and nice. Mad Chad is hard. If you go at Mad Chad, he will teach you a lesson in life, especially on a panel. Same thing with me. I will teach you a lesson. But there's guys you shouldn't go against because they're just all around nice guys, right? Salute to Iceman, by the way. Also, J Blues Radio. I haven't seen him in a while. 150 Dream Team. Guys like this, right? Nice dudes, right? Uh, again, we go very hard with the boxing. And like I said, there's certain guys we jump on some of these panels, and it's gonna get real. You're not gonna do nothing to us. We're gonna cook you pretty much, right? But like I said, there's genuine nice guys out there who just want to talk boxing, and people shouldn't go at them in a certain way, right? They just want to chill out, talk boxing, and you guys come at them crooked. That's horrible, man. Some guys just want to talk boxing and keep it boxing, as they say, right? That's why we gang the term. That's why we salute to Matt Chap says gang, gang, gang 100, right? That's why we did the term keep it boxing, right? Because some guys just want to keep it boxing. They don't want any of the drama. They don't want any of the heat, right? But it is top of the morning, and like I said, some boxing talk. I mean, do you guys get up and you guys get up, or whenever you guys have free time, do you guys start looking through boxing articles and stuff like that just to keep up on things? That's what I do, right? I just look through articles. That's why I know a lot of things are fake news or news that is just propagated by YouTube. Talk is cheap. Salute to Mad Chad. Salute to Mad Chad. Talk is cheap for reals. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are propagated on YouTube that create false news. Keyboard keyboard cupcakes is what they're called for reals. Cupcake, right? Cupcake and cupcake and baby dolls is what I call them. You know how we all call the female we like baby doll, right? At least that's my term. I'll be, yo, baby doll, what's cracking, right? That type of stuff. These guys are all baby dolls out here, the ones that are out here talking shit to guys who they know are not going to attack or basically come on the Mexican boxing style forward, right? most of these guys are back foot guys, right? They're not going to come and attack you in boxing, right? So they just want to talk about boxing in a more civilized sense, right? That's why I've even coined the term civilized boxing talk, right? Civilized boxing talk, because some guys just want to talk in a civilized manner, right? In any case, let me share something real quick, guys. Let me share something real quick. See if I can pull this shit up. This guy, I don't know. This guy, Shakur Stevenson, who's a freaking snacking steroid user, is pretty off the kilter, man. For reals, man. Look at this shit, man. Tell me if you guys see this on the stream yard. I'm pulling this crap up. Yeah, that's true. Warrington is a coward. He's a coward and a crybaby. He knows damn well. How can salute to Mad Chat for bringing this up? I'm sick of this fraud who loves headbutting guys to get out of fights, right? How can anybody look at themselves in the mirror and say, "Yes, I won that belt. Yes, I won that belt." Literally, the man was acting like he won something, beating up a 10-loss Kiko Martinez that no one thought was gonna win. I bet on Warrington to win, and it was easy. It was easy. Although my parlay missed, salute to Paulo Tomas. Although my parlay missed and we didn't hit, shit, that was easy work, right? It's just sickening what's happening out here with some of these boxers, like Matt Chat has said, right? But let me get into this real quick. I got up and I read this. I'm like, man, this guy's a whole clown. I'm sick of this snack using perpetrator loser. Uh, by the name of Shakur Stevenson, right? And what is it saying right here? This is, by the way, salute to the boxing scene where I get a lot of news. I look at all these news though. I look at every news site. I look at every channel that has information, like Mad Chad, who has a lot of information on music and other things, and even boxing. But beyond boxing, sports in general, Larry Bird's the greatest. That's all I got to say, and that's the truth. Here we go. So Shakur Stevenson says, "I actually believe I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing." This guy's a clown, man. This guy's a clown. Let me see. Let me read it. Let me read what he says. Shakur Stevenson admitted that his accomplishments don't yet warrant place for pound. The undefeated 24-year-old Southpaw still thinks he is the most talented boxer in the entire sport. Stevenson explains his rationale and offered his top five during an interview. So here we go, guys. This is where I'm about to cook this scumbag, cheating, weight bully who gets on the scale and he probably weighs 150, but they're perpetrating the scales for him, right? If you're not talking, and again, this guy needs to learn how to speak English. This guy, Shakur Stevenson, you came to America, learn how to speak proper English, buddy. Shit, man. You know what? Every time, you know what? My English is starting to lack because I start reading what some of these fighters are saying, and they speak in some jive bullshit. They speak in some jive bullshit. Then all of a sudden, I'm start talking like that jive bullshit when I read all their crap, right? Like I said, when I first came to this, when I first when I first enrolled in school, I was Spanish speaking motherfucker. They had me in that Spanish speaking class bullshit, right? Where they have to integrate you into English. But now my English is fucking solid. Put it that way. My English is more solid than Spanish at this point, right? But in any case, here we go. If you not this again, this is a quote from Shakur Stevenson, how he talks, right? If you not talking accolades, no, if you are not talking accolades is what the way you should have said it. But in any case, he goes, if you're not talking accolades, I'm going to give you my answer. Stevenson said in a piece of shoulder programming just before the Jeremiah Nakatalia and upset Burchell by technical knockout in the main event. My answer would be Shakur Stevenson. And then Kriegel interjected saying, asked, number one, Stevenson replied, number one. He says he's number one. Shakur Stevenson says he's number one. And he says, Bud Crawford, Jaron Ennis. All right. Then he gives Canelo some respect, right? But then he goes Tank or Earl Spence for the last spot. So this man literally has Bud Crawford, Jaron Ennis, Tank and Earl Spence as a top 5 fighters in the sport. What a joke. What a joke. This is some scumbaggery that I don't understand. He says, I ain't, and then again, this guy needs to go to English class. He says, I ain't that, I have to believe that, said Stevenson, who will oppose Oscar Valdez in a 130-pound title unification April 30th. I actually believe I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. I'm very talented. So when you're seeing these fights, there is where it's 10-2 or 11-1, I feel like that makes me the best. Man, shut the hell up, you scumbag, Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see no 10-2, 11-1 type of fighting. I want to see some knockouts. You're not the best. You're a scumbag. I'm sick of seeing these guys who talk about point fighting and feel happy about it. Marvin Hagler was out there knocking out guys, putting his life on the line. And you're out here with your scumbag 11-2, 10-2 bullshit. And then again, he goes, the WB, and then again, this article reads like this: the WBA junior lightweight champion dominated Jamal Herring in his recent appearance, right? He basically battered an old man who had multiple losses. In any case, it says Stevenson battered Cincinnati's Herring on his way to producing a 10th round technical knockout victory that made him a 2-division champion October 23rd. We all saw that bullshit, right? The 2016 Olympic silver medalist was way ahead. Again, they keep on mentioning this point shit, right? They keep on mentioning his point shit. And by the way, he is a silver medalist. Shakur Stevenson is a silver medalist, and he's a crybaby because he cried after that shit because he lost and he started crying like a baby, like a baby. Cry when someone around you dies. Cry when someone close to you dies. Cry when you see some stuff of people starving in the streets. Stop crying after losing a simple Olympic boxing match. Life is more important than a simple game, the way you take it, Shakur Stevenson, where all you do is point fight, you scumbag. In any case, he goes on to say that whatever, they beat him in points and all this bullshit, right? Stevenson's stoppage of Herring is the most impressive win of his 5-year career. The Newark, New Jersey native knows, though, that he still has work to earn a place in the subjective pound-for-pound list. Defeating Valdez in a fashion that envisions will change the narrative, according to Stevenson. Yes, I think this fight definitely put me in pound-for-pound rankings, Stevenson said. Depending how I perform is where I am on the pound-for-pound list. Caesars Sportsbooks list Stevenson 17-0, 9 KOs as almost a 5-1 favorite to beat Mexico's Valdez in a 12-round main event on ESPN. By the way, I'm going to that fight, guys. Shit's fucking, the hotels are expensive as fuck, yo. But I'm going to that fight. I'm gonna stay 4 days in Vegas and shit, yo. They'll fight for Stevenson's WBO belt and Valdez's WBC featherweight belt, right? I was busy reading, my bad, guys. I was busy reading this whole scumbag, right? This whole scumbag, Shakur Stevenson's entire bullshit that he had going, man, right? But in any case, Shakur, let me read Matt Chad's comment. He says Shakur will be the much bigger man versus the bigger man. Guessing he will be 15 pounds heavier. That's the truth, brother. Iceman saying your English is better than mine. I don't know about that, brother. We're all in here with it, right? But like I was saying, it's sickening to me. And when I read this article, I keep on seeing the emphasis on point fighting. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. That's not what Hagler did. That's not what Sugar Ray Leonard did. That's not what any of the great American fighters used to do. They used to know that to basically have the fans on their side, you need to go in there and go in for the kill. You need to have a fighting style that is fan friendly. These scumbags are just getting a pass. Yeah, you're right, brother. Iceman, salute to this man. Iceman knows everything, brother. Yeah, brother. I'm telling you, it's upwards of 1,000. I already booked my shit, brother. 1,000 and something for 4 nights and shit, right? Crazy, bro. Iceman, you know what's cracking, bro. You know what's cracking, bro. It's not it's an expensive fight week. It's an expensive fight week, right? But whatever. I already paid for the tickets and I already have things going on over there, right? So it's gonna be a fun fight to attend and to see what's happening, right? I figure this world is going to hell in a handbasket. We might as well go do a lot of things we like. Things aren't getting better out there from what I'm seeing. I hate to like sound like all negative top of the morning, but you guys see it, man. The world's going in a way that you can't even express yourself anymore. They censor us. We can't tell the truth. We can't talk about men being men. We can't talk about things that are going on in the world, right? With a non PC tilt. We get talked down to constantly in this society where they don't want to hear non-PC tilt or something that just hurts someone's ears. Um, it's sickening. It's sickening, and I don't see the changes. Uh, I'm asked. I don't want to. I don't want to go into something else, but this is Scante hours. This is Scante hours, as I say it, right? But did you guys hear that Biden says? I hate to say it, you guys are gonna hear this, man. Biden says that we should be prepared. We should be prepared for a lack for a for food shortage coming here soon. That we should be prepared for a food shortage coming here soon. It's a little take that no one really has caught on to, but he did say we should be prepared for a food shortage coming here soon because we are going to sanction ourselves in regards to this whole war that's going on overseas, right? I don't want to mention it too much, but you get my point. I was thinking sanction ourselves. What are we talking about? This is United States of America. We got the films. We got the farms. We got the resources. We got the oil. Why do we need to go? Why do we need the foreign oil? We don't. We got it all over the place. America is full of resources. What are we doing here? Scumbag. You're gonna make why is the money? Why is the dollar going to hell in a handbasket? You know what I mean? I've exchanged dollars for euros. I've exchanged dollars for the British pound, and the British pound is kicking our ass. So literally, a $20 bill is only 15 British pounds, yo. Ain't that some shit? A $20 bill is only 15 British pounds. What happened to the dollar, man? China's laughing at us. Salute, Matt Chad saying South Park has become a reality. Sad for reals. It's the truth. um, yo, Matt Chad, not to jump off into something else, but I gotta get your take. Who do you have winning the Final Four, brother, in basketball in the NCAA tournament? I am keeping tabs on that too. For all of you guys, I don't know if you guys are keeping tabs on the Final Four of the NCAA, but I am keeping tabs because I do want to bet on that. Um, Somebody give me a tip here because it's the Final Four. It's UNC versus Duke, and it's Villanova versus Kansas. You know what I mean? I think I might take UNC and I might take Kansas over Villanova. So, it's Scante hour shit, just twists and turns, right? But I just forgot because I got this bet coming soon. The I think the tournament starts the Final Four is on Saturday and shit. Duke versus Duke wins. I'm going with Duke then, brother. I'm going with Duke. Yeah, you think Shevchevsky goes out as a champion? They probably want to rig it for him, right? Matt Chad, they want to rig it for Mike Shevchevsky to go out as champion and shit. But yeah, guys, like Iceman is saying, Bill Gates bought up all the farmland, and you know what? I also saw China. It basically owns a lot of the U.S. farmland too, from what I'm starting to see. Um, Iceman, you're on game, bro, for reals. Yo, Bill Gates says, yo, eat fake. What did he say? Bill Gates says, eat fake meat. Don't eat real meat. You know what I mean? Just eat this fake shit that I'm gonna give you. What a scumbag, man. What a scumbag. This geek, this geek Bill Gates needs a whole wedgie, and this geek Bill Gates needs some swirlies, some Texas style high school football swirlies. If you guys don't know what that means, that's when they get you and they put your face in the toilet and then they start flushing it on your ass. That's what he needs. He needs some good old American type of hazing and shit. For reals, right, Iceman? He needs some good old American type of hazing. This guy never went to high school. Bill Gates is one of these weird billionaires who never had to go to high school. He sold his soul or whatever he did, and never got the high school bullying he deserved. He never got the high school bullying he deserved. He needs a little Texas hazing. He needs some good old American hazing to make him humble. And that's the thing. These scumbag. Same thing with this Facebook clown Mark Cuckberg. This Facebook clown, Mark Cuckberg, never got any of the good old American hazing that he deserved, right? This man would have gotten wedgies. This man would have gotten beat up. This man would have gotten what's that whole called that movie Dazed and Confused. If you guys haven't seen it, go look it up. It's a classic movie of high school hazing, right? Where they're slapping characters and freshmen and shit. He never got any of the good old hazing. Also, this other guy, Elon Musk, Cucks, whatever the hell his name is, this scumbag who wants to make everybody into a freaking robot and implant uh and implant chips in their brains and shit. Um by the way, he wasn't for all the injections, but now he's for the injections. Now that he found out you could put some chips in motherfuckers and control them, right? Um yeah, this guy's a scumbag. Frank Gates was involved with this. I believe all that. I read all salute salute to Iceman, right? But in any case, uh this is more than boxing. Sometimes I don't feel like talking box. Sometimes I swerve into other things. It's top of the morning. It's just the world of chaos, as they say, right? Elon, another questionable character. Facts. All we have is questionable characters running the country or creating chaos, right? None of these guys would do anything in life if they didn't know how to manipulate the system. Salute to the guys who work with their hands. Salute to the people who are actually keeping America up afloat. Salute to the blue collar worker who they try to erase from America, right? By shutting down Ford factories, by shipping all the jobs to China. You know what I mean? Before, good old American values and good old American work ethic was guys who worked in the factory. What did they do? They shipped all the factory shit to China, where they have a Chinaman who's not even a man, basically a 12-year-old kid, right? Going like that, right? Going like that, making your Jordans and shit. Forget Jordans. Jordans are shit. That's why I don't buy no crappy ass Chinese Jordans. If you pick up a Jordan, you go look at the label, it says made in China. That shit's they sell it to you for $230, $300. That shit takes a dollar to make. I'm not gonna let these fools profit off of me. I only buy shit made in the USA or Mexico. Period. Period. I'd rather pay the cost. I don't give a shit. Damn, man. These guys are all scumbags out here. I'm still not sure about Elon Musk, brother. He already said that he's with and he's cool with the injections. That's why I'm off of it. Go look. He thinks that you can do a lot of things with the injection and to change a man's DNA. Anybody who wants to change a man's DNA is a scumbag. Off to work. We'll be listening. Have a great day, my brother. Matt Chat Sports. Salute to you, brother. For reals. Anybody who wants to change someone's DNA has issues. That's all I got to say. And that's what Elon Musk wants to do. He wants to change your DNA. He wants to make you into something else that you are not. I'm not going down like no punk. I'll say that. That's all I got to say. Shit. Let me go into something else that caught my eye, by the way, though, guys, because I know I'm ranting here. I'm going wild. Sometimes I go off the edge. This is like morning boxing. Let me get you some news, guys. Let me get you some news because you guys are boxing fanatics, right? Let's see what we got here. Here's some other suspect shit going on here, right? This is a little bit of old news, but I don't know if you guys caught this. It says Eddie Hearn. I got to give it to him. He is one of the best promoters in boxing, right? Any case, it says Eddie Hearn will find a way to attend Fury White by carrying a bucket for White's corner. Dillian White. Dillian Yuckmouth White, who has a kickboxing stance, and is the most overrated heavyweight I've ever seen in my life, right? So he says, promoter Eddie Hearn, salute to the boxing scene. Promoter Eddie Hearn is not confident in his ability to attend upcoming heavyweight clash between WBC world champion Tyson Fury and mandatory challenger Dillian White. The fight will take place April 23rd at Wembley Stadium. Frank Warren, who co-promotes Fury, secured the promotional rights by beating out Hearn, who works with White. at the WBC per spid. Hearn is not involved in the promotion of this event, and he is not sure about the ability to attend, so he might get creative when it comes to being involved in a fight. And here's where this guy's all trolling. Here's what Eddie Hearn's trolling. I don't think I'm allowed to attend the fight, but I might go to the corner. I was thinking about going to the corner and carrying the bucket. I would do that. I would put on a Dillian White t-shirt and carry the bucket in the corner. Imagine the buys might double the buys. The announcement Eddie Hearn to carry the bucket of Dillian White, Hearn told the Boxing Social, based on the ongoing bickering between the respective camps of Fury and White. Hearn is actually relieved to be sitting on the sidelines. There are loads of problems to resolve. I don't think it's going to affect the fight, but to be honest with you, I'm glad I'm not involved, Hearn told Talk Sport. In any case, I have Dillian White getting KO'd, and I call this man Dillian Yuckmouth White. I call this man Dillian Yuckmouth White. This man is just out here with the whole yuck mouth. This guy is just out here talking, slurring, spitting everywhere. Can't even speak proper British English or Jamaican English, wherever he comes from. This man has a whole kickboxing stance, and his whole resume is trash. He hasn't fought anybody, but he's getting paid a lot of money beyond any other heavyweight. For his means, right? He's just a scumbag. And I hate to say a lot of these guys, Dillian White is overrated. Chisora is overrated. Who else? Who else we got over there on the other side of that? AJ to me is overrated. I hate to say it. I mean, shit. All I remember is him getting knocked out by the man Andy. You know, Andy the Destroyer. He got knocked out severely and then comes back and wins on some punk bullshit, on some like baby jabs. He's a scumbag. Fingers crossed. I know. Mad Chad. Salute to Mad Chad. Fingers crossed. White knocks out Fury's heads off. Salute to Mad Chad, who constantly goes in on Tyson Fury. We know where Mad Chad stands. We know where Mad Chad stands on that, brother. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. But yeah, I can't stand Matt Chad. I can't stand the man Dylan White. To me, he has a glass jaw. To me, he's just a whole hype job in the heavyweight division. I can't stand the guy, man. For reals. I can't stand the guy, Dillian White, who has a kickboxer stance, who conned his way into boxing. He's not even a boxer. He's a kickboxer. Who's a kickboxer who has a decent amount of punching ability, but he doesn't have boxing ability. I still cheer the man Povetkin when he bodied him. When Povetkin bodied Dillian White, I was happy. That's all I got to say. Um, Also, I hope the man Usyk comes and makes a fight. Usyk versus the man AJ, little boy AJ, juicy AJ is what I call him. Why? Because you know he's on all the sauce. You know he's on all the sauce. Ain't no way the man goes. There is no way the man came from 180 pounds to all of a sudden being 260 pounds within months and ripped. I'm sickened by AJ. You are on all the juice. Salute to Puro Sustental Boxeo. White won me over with his Hagler robe. I feel you, man, chat, but I can't stand the man Dillian White. I don't like him. Usyk, Iceman. Yeah, Usyk. Usyk versus AJ needs to be made. Usyk versus AJ is a fight I want to see. Usyk, please get rid of this filthy guy named AJ. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of his fake boxing. I'm sick of his athleticism. This man thinks he can just lift weights, do a couple bicep curls, and come into boxing. No, you got to dedicate yourself to the sport. You got to have countless hours. You got to be like Andy, who dedicated his life to the sport of boxing since he was 8 years old. That's the type of boxers I like, guys who are dedicated to the sport of boxing. Usyk is another one who dedicated his life to boxing. AJ said, wow, I'm getting picked on. I'm getting bullied. I'm skinny. I'm 170 pounds and I'm 6'5". They're bullying me at school. What am I gonna do? I'll take some steroids and run around the track, right? And get into boxing. I'll get me a promoter because I talk well. You're a scumbag, AJ. Get out of my life. I hope Usyk ends you. Period. I'd rather have my sons be friends with White than Fat Frontline Coward. Salute to Matt Chat, constantly going in on the man Tyson Fury. I do, Matt Chat. I gotta admit, I do dig Fury because he is a mouth guy and he does talk mad shit. And you know what? I don't like White, so that's my problem with him. That's the simple thing, right? He's like, yo, Tyson Fury goes, a fat man beat ya. A fat man beat ya, Dillian White. Also, how can you not be happy when he beat the shit out of Dillian White after when he beat the shit out of Deontay Wilder after we found out that Deontay Wilder hated me, hated everybody. To be precise, like man, this guy came out with some hater shit. I don't know what happened to him. He was a good dude when he was winning the bronze medal, when he was in inception of heavyweight boxing, when he was fighting with Golden Boy, and even his early fights with PBC. Then all of a sudden he turned into a super villain, brother. That's why I can't dig this guy. He just angers me. You know what I mean? He just angers me. Here's something you that might help you guys who are going against the man Dillian. I mean Tyson Fury, right? Which is pretty intriguing, right? He says Tyson Fury says, I'm gonna be a fat man when I go in against Dillian White. He says, I'm gonna try. Salute to the boxing scene, by the way. He says, I'm gonna try and come in at my heaviest weight for the Dillian White fight, is what Tyson Fury says, right? He says adding weight has served. This article says adding weight has served Tyson Fury well in each of his last two fights. The unbeaten WBC champion came in at 273 pounds with Deontay Wilder in February 2020. I mean, an advantageous 16 and a half pound more than when a 12-round fight resulted in a debatable draw. So I guess he came in heavier versus Dylan White. Versus Deontay, which we all knew, right? Having experienced the positive effects of additional weight, the 6'9" Fury promised to come in heavier than 277 pounds for his domestic showdown versus Dylan White on April 23rd in Wembley Stadium. And here's what Tyson Fury says: "I'm gonna try and come in at my heaviest weight of all time." Fury stated during a press conference recently, for the biggest fight and the biggest crowd, you're gonna see the biggest Tyson Fury. I'm gonna come in like a man mountain, right? So I guess Tyson Fury don't give a shit. He's gonna come in as a fat ass, right? Frank Warren's Fury's co-promoter announced, "Fuck, they already sold that shit out, man. 85,000 tickets were sold for the Fury White. A capacity crowd of nearly 100,000 is expected. So that shit's gonna be very, very, very crazy. The 33-year-old Fury figures to outweigh White by 20 pounds when White, 28 and 2, 19 KOs, finally gets his mandated shot at the WBC bout from Fury. White is 6'4" and 247 pounds for his rematch versus Povetkin. So I guess he's coming at two. He's gonna basically Fury's gonna outweigh him by about 50 something pounds, bro. It's crazy shit. In any case, the heaviest weight right here, it says retired Russian giant Nikolai Valuev weighed in more than any heavyweight champion in boxing history. The 7-foot Valuev weighed in at 324 pounds when he outpointed John Ruiz unanimously in their 12-round bout win in the WBA world title. Yo, that's crazy. So basically, Tyson Fury might come in as one of the heaviest of all times and shit. It's crazy shit. Crazy shit. I guess Tyson Fury says, you know what? Screw all you. I'm a fat man. I'm coming in heavy, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of Dillian White. Ain't that something? Imagine some of these NBA players if they would box, man. You think they'd be able to get up to that weight? I think Shaq's heaviest was about 320 or some shit. 320, be exact. It's crazy. You're basically gonna see a freak of nature when Tyson Fury lines up versus Dylan White. So it's gonna be a spectacle in that sense. Crazy shit, man. And this guy's not on muscle, right? The body a lot of the body characteristics of Fury is just a bunch of fat. So he's literally is coming in as a fat ass, right? I can't dislike Fury. He is entertaining and he beat Wilder is what Iceman says. Usyk, a humble, all trust in God man. Facts for that. I think White's early childhood was as tough as anybody's. He might have been, but this guy's a con artist. Because I think his brother, supposed brother, which is that guy Dean White, is not even his brother, which is weird. Put your work in God, and your thoughts will be established. Facts, brother. Larry Bird would kick Fury's ass in a street fight. Shit, that would have been interesting. That would have been interesting if a lot of these guys who had NBA bodies went into boxing, right? But you have to have a warrior spirit. You can't just get a guy who's tall, big, and strong, um, and put him in boxing. That's why I don't like when guys say, "Yo, if you put LeBron James in boxing, he would dominate." No, he wouldn't. He's soft. He's soft. LeBron James is soft. If he was in boxing, he'd get the lights. He'd get his head kicked in, right? Dean Passenger 57 White. Salute to Knockout Net for that one, bro. Salute. A con artist and a con man's for reals. I can't say that's not true, man. Chad, this is a world full of con artists and bullshit. It's a scumbag world. It's a scumbag world. Boxing is full of con artists. Full of con artists. Bird is my favorite basketball player of all time. Just looking back in history, right? I like the way he shot the 3-pointer overhead, where he would get basically make it unblockable because he didn't have a lot of lift off his jumper. But he got around that by putting the shot right behind his back of his head, which a lot of guys don't do, right? Anybody who's unathletic and tall, they should try that shit, man. It avoids you avoid getting your shot blocked like that, right? And also the quick release, very hard to it's you know what, legends like that will never be replicated. That's why you will never see a legend like Michael Jordan replicated. A legend like Wilt Chamberlain will never be replicated. Legends like Hagler will never be replicated. Julio Cesar Chavez is never coming back. That was a 1 in a billion. Same thing with Canelo Alvarez now. This is history to be made. There will never be another Canelo Alvarez. What you're seeing now, enjoy it. Pacquiao, what we saw was there. Mayweather, what you saw, that was it. You're never gonna see another one. Mike Tyson, shit. We still see say, yo, Mike Tyson, yeah, he's that guy, right? He was the only guy, right? Who else, guys? Carl Lewis. Never see another Carl Lewis. Shit. Right? LeBron James, for all the shit we give him, right? We'll never see another freak like that in the NBA. Magic Johnson, obviously, as Puro Su Central is saying, Boo Larry Bird was an invention of the media. Bring down Magic. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Fury grew up knuckle fighting. Yeah, that's why I like Fury because he's a fighter. That's another thing I was gonna say, Iceman. A lot of guys they go in and say this man can do this man can do that. Imagine Usain Bolt in boxing. Nah, you gotta have a fighter heart. You gotta have the fighting spirit. You gotta have that thing that burns inside your heart. No cliche on the Rocky shit, right? No cliche on the Rocky shit, right? But you do have to have that fighting spirit, that heart, that hunger to just want to dominate, that lion in you. Uh, Another cliche, right? But yeah, that's why none of these NBA fighters really can fight. If you guys ever seen an NBA fight, these guys really miss punches and they actually swing wide and they do not really want to fight. They're all bark, no bite, right? Um funny thing is funny thing is athleticism does count in boxing, but fighting is another type of athleticism that really can't be taught, that really can't be shown, right? There's just guys who have a fighter instinct or an instinct to want to fight and dominate, right? To really put an injury on their opponent, right? That's why I can't get behind Shakur Stevenson. I can't get behind Devin Haney. These guys don't want to fight. They don't have that instinct to just destroy, seek and destroy, to fight. They want to play games in a 12 round fight. They want to play the game of touching you. And yes, I said touching because that's all they do. Really, no damage is done when I see Devin Haney fight. That's why I'm rocking hard with Cambosis, because at least Cambosis goes in there with that ferocious mentality. That's his nickname, ferocious, right? That Spartan mentality to go in and do you dirty. How can we not have been impressed with the way Cambosos did Teofimo dirty? And again, I'm gonna mention this if you guys didn't see the previous stream. Uh, what knocked down Teofimo? The right hand. What injured Devin Haney? The right hand of Linares. Consistently, Devin Haney gets hurt by the right hand. I think Cambosis will catch Devin, Devin the Chin Man Haney with the right hand and probably put him to sleep. I'll say this, which is not being said in boxing YouTube. The man Cambosis has faster feet than Haney. He has faster hands than Haney, has more dexterity than Haney, packs a little bit more power than Haney, is bigger than Haney. Now, how can anybody tell me that Devin Haney is favored versus Cambosos? By the way, the experience matters again in this fight. You got Cambosos sparring Pacquiao when Pacquiao had not retired yet. I mean, you think Cambosos is going to be scared of a less twitchy Devin Haney, a less powerful Devin Haney, a man who doesn't do anything but repetitive jabs, who has no type of fight difference, and fight after fight, all he does is repetitive jabs and really doesn't do anything different or show new looks. That's why when Devin Haney gets into the later rounds, he tends to get caught. He tends to get injured because he doesn't have the ability to do anything else. He has shit trainers. His dad being number one, Bill Haney, you're a shit trainer, and a con artist, Bill, or what's this guy's name? Ben Davidson, who is a con artist, really never knew nothing about boxing. He just conned his way into the boxing game. I cannot pick no Devin Haney to beat Cambosos. I don't care what anybody says. Never been another Mal Allen. Salute to Puro Sud Central. SSC saying, I got Cambo winning that fight too. Salute to you, brother. Exactly. I don't understand how people keep on saying that the man Devin Haney is gonna have like this outstanding fight versus Cambosos. I just listed a myriad of traits that Cambosos has over the man Devin Haney. Um, Let me look into something else, guys, because I keep on mentioning a word all the time, uh, especially in boxing that's underutilized. Right? I always use this term, um, and I want people to know what the definition of it is. Right? Because I use this term consistently, and this exemplifies this exemplifies what I mean by what I constantly bring up this term, right? Here it goes, guys. Let me see if I can bring it up, guys, on the screen. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. There you go. Give me a second, right? I always use this term in regards to the man Devin Haney because he doesn't have this key trait that's necessary in boxing. All right. So here it is, right? Dexterity, brother. The man Devin Haney does not have dexterity, right? Now, the definition of dexterity is this, right? A skill, all right? The official dexterity, the definition of dexterity, right? Skill and grace in physical movement, all right? It is on the right side where you see the hand with a hand on the right side. If you guys can see, we're on the right side, right, where it says dexterity, not the definition on the left side, which is also part of it, right? But the definition on the right side where it says skill and grace in physical movement, especially in use in hands, right? Mental skill, right? And cleverness. That's what I constantly see um Devin Haney lacking. He doesn't have dexterity, right? A lot of boxers have dexterity. The top boxers, Floyd Mayweather had a myriad of dexterity. Basically a bag full of. My bad, Chad. My bad, Matt. Chad. I didn't see you, brother. My bad. All right, here we go. Floyd Mayweather basically had an exorbitant amount of dexterity. So did the man Canelo. So do all the top boxers. I don't see Devin with dexterity. You know, dexterity is something he lacks. Something he lacks, right? 135 bouts might be cursed like Cambosis. Facts. Yo, Matt, Chad, you there, brother? My bad. I didn't see that. I did see I was ranting a little bit. I didn't see you.
Hey, what's happening? My day got a little delayed. What rep? But I hope you're doing well. And what a brilliant little chat you got going on. All the really the nice people, like you say, the real people, you know,
Yeah.
that can take a difference of opinion. You know what I mean? And just ride with
Mm-hmm.
it. I mean, we're talking boxing. We all can't get along with all our takes, but it's just nice to see some real people that hang out that aren't get their feelings all up in a tether. And I just hope everybody's doing well, Rep it. I'm blessed enough to be able to get to work. I thought I'd be starting a little earlier, but my pickup got delayed. But I'll be starting here soon. But I just wanted to stop by and say, man, what a nice show you got, man. You just really open it up and you just fire away your opinions, right, wrong, or indifferent. I roll with what Rep it, and thank you for having me, what Rep it.
Yeah, I roll hard. I roll hard. And Matt, Chad, since I have you, what you think? I know you love I know you love basketball. I know. I know. I don't know if you want me to say this, but I know that you got people in basketball close to you that are brilliant shooters. You know what I mean? But what's your thoughts on the NCAA Final Four, brother?
Well, right out of the gate, honestly, I just felt like Duke with the team they have, they're really talented. They probably have three. They probably have NBA players, you know, and it's
Mm-hmm.
Coach K's last year, and I've been following the guy. You know, he's a Bobby Knight protege. He went to Army. He was a point guard under Coach Knight when Coach Knight coached at Army. And Coach Knight's one of the favorite coaches in the world. He just couldn't make it in this Charmin soft world, but he was a hardcore disciplinary that all his players graduated college. They all held the door for ladies. They said, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. And that's the way he rolled. You just leave the base, make the place better after you leave than when you showed up. Shout out to Bobby Knight, and that who's Coach K is. He's a Bobby Knight. If you got Yoda, you got Luke Skywalker, same type of deal. I mean, he's just pulled it back the reins. But Coach K is a vicious. You're held accountable. He's dealing with these one and done athletes. He ain't going out with just a little whimper, what rep it. He wants to be
Mm-hmm.
considered one of the best. He waited for this team. He knew he had all the pieces. He's got the big dominant big man. He's got a little bit of leadership. This team, a lot of people, it's going to be rigged. No, he's got the best freaking team. Look at that freaking team. They're ballers, and they're playing with that edge. They're playing with that edge. These players, they go, the pressure will get to these players. No, these players are going into the NBA. This is doing is giving them motivation. And that is the big key, to be mentally focused, to be mentally playing for something. And when you're fighting for something, see Buster Douglas. When you're fighting for something, and Brett Favre one day, his father died. Next night, he throws 4 touchdowns. If you're playing in that right aggression, it can go the other way. But these guys are taking this Coach K retirement. You can see the intensity. You can just listen to the squeaker sneak. The Duke Blue Devils are fucking play high intensity basketball right now. That's going to be a tough nut to crack. North Carolina, hey, they're firing on all cylinders. You're talking about an Alabama-Auburn. This is a fucking rivalry of all proportions. You're looking at all that they do in North Carolina is play basketball. You can talk to 150 about it. This is a huge, huge inter-rival state. Duke, North Carolina. And it's just set up for Duke to take out the Tar Heels. You're telling me an interstate team is going to knock the great Coach K off his fucking pedestal? Come on. That's my take. I think Villanova will get by Kansas, but that's a 50-50 game. I think they're very similar. But I think Villanova's right there. Villanova's tough, and I always kind of root for the team closer to me, uh, so to speak. But I think it's Duke. What rep it? I think it's Duke.
Jay Wright's a hell of a coach.
Hell of a coach.
Yeah, man.
They play team ball. They play together. They play with cohesiveness.
I don't like North Carolina, man. I keep it real. I like Duke. Like I said, that Bobby Knight coaching tree, throwing chairs all over the place. Indiana, salute to him.
Yeah, and that's
Reals.
Coach K's. That's
That's
Coach
what I
K's
like.
man.
Yeah, that's what I like. Throw the chair, forget the reps, all this type of shit. That's one of my
Oh,
favorite things
Coach
of all
K
time.
goes fucking
Yeah,
ballistic in the
yeah,
locker
yeah,
room. He's fucking hitting
yeah,
kids with chairs. He's going
yeah,
WWE on these kids in the locker room. They're scared to death
yeah,
of Coach K.
yeah.
He is a killer murderer. He'd be a great boxing trainer.
Yeah, that'd be the greatest. Yeah, that's where I'm going. And also, North Carolina took out. I was going banking hard on UCLA winning, and they
Yeah,
got cooked, man. Shit, I
yeah.
was angry.
Is that the legendary Poro?
Yeah, he's on here with the slap. With the slap, you got Shakur
Yeah.
slapping Valdez. What in the world's going on here? What in the world's going on here, Poodle? What is going on here, bro?
I saw that shit on Twitter, dog, and I thought it was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, that's funny,
So I
bro.
just to like fucking put it up there. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
put it up
Three
yeah.
there, and then
Stooges
I thought it
shit.
was
You know what I
fake
mean? The
too.
Three Stooges hit each other harder on the fucking old comedy show than that fucking slap.
That was on a
Right?
that
That's
was
like just
all a
all fake shit.
premeditated act, I think.
That's
I hate to say it.
acting. That was,
Yeah,
and
that's
my
acting.
girl is so mad at me. She believes it wholeheartedly, like the sheep,
Nah.
the herd mentality. I'm like, you guys are so fucking suck it and easily brainwashed
Yeah.
to think that a man's gonna let that happen when you know you get roasted with Chris Rock. And then also, if a man pisses me off, I ain't gonna spit slap the dude. I know I can see him backstage and say, "Listen, you little fucking twerp, come over here and talk to me." You know, you're letting that brew. That was a staged event. You could see that a mile away. That was a false flag.
Of course, man. Even this, right? If you look closely in that video, I mean in the video of it, you see Chris Rock leaning forward like slap me. I'm
They
like, dude,
practiced it.
stop
It
it.
was
Stop
practiced.
it. Yeah.
Put his
Stop it,
chin
man.
right out there to get slapped by his four
Facts.
fingers.
Facts. If he would have gone slap for reals, he wouldn't have. There's something about a man who slaps, right? If you slap
Yeah,
someone
I
that's
know.
very
If you're
disrespectful,
that upset, you're giving him a right to the fucking skull. You know what I mean? That ain't a slap. That's a fisticuff. You know, and Will's a big fucking man. I think he played a boxer in a movie. I mean, the fucking dude would have knocked him out. Knocked him out. I mean, that was just a setup from a mile away. And me and my girl kind of got in a little heated discussion about it. I said, I don't want to talk about it no more. Honestly, I
yeah.
can't even reason with you. And that's why I
I mean,
think I got to move. I mean, life is a that could have been the end of it right there. Us fighting about that because I find it hard for anybody to believe that was true.
of course, I'll say something else. I wouldn't slap for no woman who's out here just having sex on the side and just on some open shit like that. Why the hell would I be slapping someone for that? Like Jada Pickett, you're a whole scumbag. You're out here taking triples, triple
She's
DPs and all this
hustling.
shit on the
She's
side.
got it all
Exactly.
over that dude. Give her some
Yeah.
props. She's letting that shit work. Shout out to her. She's making these guys turn into little puppy dogs.
Like punks. Like
She's a
she's the
badass
she has
bitch.
more
She's got
testosterone than Will Smith, yo.
yeah.
It's despicable. Will Smith, you're fruity, bro. For reals, he's despicable.
She's a powerful lady. That's what I'm saying. These ladies, when they get the power, I mean, they can really turn an event into a big slap fest. And believe me, if we
Facts.
ever get a woman president, they're going to nuke somebody. They will.
Of
If there
course.
would have been a woman president, they'd be like, "Fuck you, we're nuking you," because they don't give a shit. And they like to see mushroom clouds. They love to see
Of
that. You
course.
know how
Of
happy,
course.
they're dramas. They like soap operas. Not all of them, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The entire 1996 Bulls team DP'd Jada Pinkett Smith. She lets herself go hard. That's all I gotta say. This is wild. I would never just like
But
fight
what's
for.
Will up to? Does anybody know what Will's up to behind closed doors? I mean, he could
He's
be in the zoo with LT fucking animals. I mean, we don't know what
no,
these sick
he's in
dudes are doing.
Will Smith is in the weird shit. Like we can make a whole stream on that.
Yeah,
We go
he
into
could be
like the
into
whole.
gag balls and
He's all
dungeons. Who the fuck knows?
shit.
They're weirdos.
He's in,
Fuck
he's into all
weirdos.
that mention shit. Yo, by the way, Poodle's been to a Will Smith party. No joke.
I have back in the day. When was that? Like 2004, 2003.
Wow, he was at the top of his game then. This guy's been a legend forever.
And now he's been around
Yeah,
for a cool minute, man, Chad.
yeah,
And he's been on top of the game too, man. He's been really relevant, you know. Shout out to Will, but
yeah.
you know, because I think it's just a big act. I think they're just sitting back, counting their greenback dollars, laughing at
Yeah.
everybody, us talking about him
Mhm,
and everything, because it's
mhm.
just a big act. He's an actor. He's a good
I
actor. He's got a
Of
lot of people
course,
fooled.
it's the
I
truth. It's
definitely
the
agree with you,
truth.
boss. Definitely.
Yo, Puro, what you think of all this
Sir.
Devin Haney bullshit? Like, I know you have a certain thing, but I'm just like, I can't. It's not adding up to me again. Like, I just see Cambosis foot speed, Cambosis hand speed, Cambosis chin, Cambosis power. Like, what does Devin Haney do better than Cambosis, and he's fighting in Australia? I don't understand what's
Comes
going
in
on here.
about 20 pounds heavier,
Um,
25 pounds heavier.
the thing
But
about Devin
give me
Haney,
your take, bro.
well, I'm leaning towards Devin, and that's
Mm-hmm.
just because even though I don't think he is what they say he is, like he's still winning these fights. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's no fucking Floyd. He obviously can't. He doesn't have power, but I thought he lost to JoJo, but the fight was still close.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, I wasn't mad that he won. I thought JoJo did enough, but he still made it close enough that like I can't be like, oh my god, it was a robbery. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like for Cambosis, I know Tio he fought the wrong game plan. He fought really bad in that fight, so I can't say if Cambosis is like like the real. I mean, I know he's a real deal because he showed a lot of a heart and a championship mentality to squeeze out 11 and 12. Because those two championship rounds, that's what the excuse me the fight hung in the balance. In those two rounds, and he pulled it out. But so I don't know. I don't know how to gauge Cambosis. I'm rooting for him. Extra strong, hardcore. Because these motherfuckers, if he loses, they're not gonna give him credit for being undisputed and shit. So I'm definitely team Cambosis, but without bias, without wanting who I want to win or whatever, I lean slightly towards Devin. Because even though I don't think what he's this fucking big killer that they try to sell you as, even big boxer. He's still pretty decent. Like you know, like everybody gives him criticism for getting hit. I mean hurt versus Linares and holding on literally for dear life for the last round and a
Mm-hmm.
half. But I mean, he survived. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I don't think he's chinny either, Devin. I think he's the opposite. I actually think that's his best quality actually, so far, is his chin.
Some Something I noticed, he does have a problem guarding the right hand. And interesting enough, Cambosis did Teofimo dirty with the right hand, and Linares did him dirty with the right hand, and Jojo Diaz did him dirty with the right hand. So that's one thing I've been looking at. Like, wow, this guy has a great right hand, and he's fighting in Australia. Like, I don't see him getting out of there alive with the victory. It's just it. I mean, I've seen some massive robberies consistently, especially in mostly the Mexican boxers, which is freaking sad. I've seen like three robberies like just last week, and some of these like boxing these free boxing things that happen like on IFL TV. It's despicable, brother. But I just don't think they let him out of Australia with the victory. That's why I don't I just don't think he's gonna do it. Like, he doesn't
It's
have the
top
pop.
ranked
He doesn't
event
have
though.
go in.
Is it a top rank? So it doesn't matter where the fight at. Whoever Bob wants to win, you know what I mean, will be favored. So I think the home
Mhm.
court advantage thrown out the window, other than just the crowd. You know,
Well, Matt, Chad, think about this. Pacquiao went over there, and he is Manny Pacquiao. He has power, and they robbed him. I think they robbed him. So
I
it's
do
like,
too. But
yeah.
that could happen. Just my quick take on the fight. It's like
Mhm.
Haney's got like the snack behind him. He's got a really good corner. I think he's got Davidson in there, real mature corner. And like you picked up on saying, he's been open to the right hand, but I think that's something they can work on. And honest to God, fellas, I thought prior to the Cambosos fight, even with Tio's, what was going on, I thought Tio would still beat him. I thought Ryan Garcia would beat Cambosos. I thought Tank would beat Cambosos. I didn't give Cambosos much credit at all. I watched a couple of his prior fights. He looked rather just Europeanish, rather regular to me. And I think he caught the perfect storm with Tio. I think it was a perfect storm for him to shine. I'm not taking away nothing from the man's victory. He did what he had to do and he got the victory. but I don't think he's all that. And it's almost set up now for a perfect storm for Devin. It's like, and then they got the rematch clause in there to have another one in Australia. It's like, because they're going to make a lot of money there. It's going to sell out just for the home cooking, with the crowd. And Devin's going to be so much bigger. I mean, is he even going to be able to make 135? I mean, he's a big dude. You're looking at he's almost like the boots of the 147. I mean, this dude's a big kid. You see him stand beside people. Even though he had smaller dimensions than Canelo, he was bigger. He's just a tall. He's a big dude. And Kambosos is a natural 135er. I mean, and Lee Selby just got destroyed. I think Kambosos is a one-hit wonder. I think this is a perfect, and you can't take away from Haney. Jojo Diaz, yes, is 130, 135er, but Jojo's a tough fucking kid, and Haney did keep him away with that jab, and he did get hit by Jojo. And I think Jojo hits as hard as Kambosos, to be quite honest. And I think it's a perfect setup for Haney to go there. And he's a favorite. He's a betting favorite. He's minus 275 in Vegas. Everybody has him the favorite. And, that's shocking to me. See a guy go to another guy's hometown and for him still to be the favorite. But it's definitely a fun fight to pay attention to. I am definitely looking forward to it. And again, what Rep it, I do have to get going, man. But I always a pleasure to have got swing by and Pearl's take on that beautiful stuff. And who I really want to hear is take on an LA Raider. That LA Raider, he impresses me. I hear him talking boxing. My God, is that dude one of the smartest people on the internet breaking down fights?
Let me go in real quick though. Salute to you, Mad Chad. Salute to you. But I'm gonna say something that's
Salute, brother.
undersaid. Kambosos is bigger than Devin Haney. He's nearly 5'10".
But not fight night, not frame wise. He's not
Right.
going to be frame wise. Haney's a bigger man. Haney's just bigger, and I don't think he's going to be taller. Yeah, I think they're measuring Kambosos in high heel sneakers. I mean. Haney's going to be bigger. I guarantee you, come fight night, Haney's going to be bigger. Haney comes in at 154 at, fight night. That's what they say. I mean, he's a fucking big dude. And he's got snack behind him. Believe me, these snack fighters aren't fucking around. Look at that fucking stable of them. They're all world champions. They're all killers. I mean, if you're with Snack, Barry Bonds, I mean, what the fuck was Barry Bonds doing, fellas? I mean, everybody have a great day. God bless.
God bless, brother. God bless.
Peace out, bro. God bless.
Puro. I'm going
güey.
Kambosos, and I don't know, brother. Like I said, the man's 28. He's experienced more. He's sparred Manny Pacquiao. Never got knocked out versus Manny Pacquiao. He fought a Teofimo Lopez that even I don't even care what people say. If Teofimo Lopez would have fought Devin, he would have beaten him even at that type of whatever conditions he had. I just don't see it. I'm going Kambosos, and like I said, he's faster, fleet-footed, just faster all around, more physical, it's just better. Like I would give Devin a chance if he had a little bit of pop to keep him at bay. But if it's just gonna be a pure boxing, he's not gonna outbox Kambosos. That's what Kambosos Jr. does. He boxes, he's fleet of foot, and he's pretty damn fast. I'm going with Kambosos Jr. I might be one of the only guys saying it, but I'm going Kambosos Jr. all the way, all day. I just do not see it. I just do not see Devin going to Australia and with his style having the ability to basically show the public that he just outduels. What do they say? I don't know if this even holds true. You could tell me, Puto, if this holds true too. You gotta, what was the term? You gotta take the belt from the champion. You gotta take the belt from the champion. Meaning you basically gotta beat this man, show the difference. I don't think you can show the difference. I think it's gonna look even, and Kambosos is gonna just beat him. You got to take the belt from the champion. You can't just be out here just on some 50-50 shit. That's just my opinion. That's why I'm going with them. Too many things are adding up to me now. If it was in Oakland and Vegas, yeah, I'd be, you know what, this man might steal this shit. But I don't know, brother. I'm just going Kambosos, and I'll probably have to do bets on that one too, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Kambosos all the way too, because fuck it, all these motherfuckers are fucking, they already don't think Tio's fucking undisputed. They definitely not going to give it a Cam, so I want Kambosos to, to win these fights. Just forget his respect, fucking Devin's still young, bro. He can bounce back. Yeah, I mean, just like I said before, I don't know if Kambosos, if it was a fluke or was it? I mean, I agree with Matt Chad. The only thing I disagree with Matt Chad is that I don't think Devin is that dude either. He's a good fighter.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I mean, like literally, it's a 50-50 fight for me, bro. It's they're both they're both equally skilled. I mean, they're both on the
Mm.
same level, to be honest.
Let me ask you something else, bro. Stop beating me
Sure.
at fucking boxing, bro. Stop beating me at the fucking
Now
game,
you're
bro.
kicking my ass, bro, easily.
Nah,
Because
bro.
you.
It's how you're a killer. You're a killer with the Diego Corrales, bro. That fool's just a beast in
I know,
that game,
huh?
bro.
And Tank
Yeah, that
too,
guy's a
man.
beast.
Fucking whoever made him strong and shit. Fucking, bro.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. 'Cause I'm glad he still gets the respect out there, bro. Diego Corrales deserves more respect.
Oh
But let
yeah, for
me
sure, man. Diego's a truth. I love him, man. He's one of my favorite fighters.
let me go into something else though, Puro. I wanted to get
What's
your
up, bro?
take on this, right? This term right here, bro. This is where I'm always saying this fool Devin Haney doesn't have this. And it's this term what we call dexterity. You know what I mean? Dexterity, I always mention it. I don't know if motherfuckers know the definition, but I keep on mentioning it because I don't see that there's only one term I could see when I talk about Devin Haney. It's a skill and a grace in physical movement. He doesn't have that, especially in use of the hands. You know what I mean? That's what it says.
Hmm.
Mental skill or adroitness, cleverness is what they say, right? And the definitions on the right, where you see the hand with the ball, right? Basically flow
Hmm.
and shit, right? I don't know. I always assume that guys think that Devin has a form of dexterity. He doesn't. To me, that's his weakest. He looks stiff. He looks like a robot out there. And I don't know if it is because he grew bigger or what, but to me, he's not that guy that they say that has flow and shit like that. And it's pretty ridiculous to me. It's just a constant, it's a flaw that I see him and that he doesn't really, you can't work on that. You're just born with it. Dexterity, brother. I think that's the weakest thing. And not only that, here, let me even go in the synonyms, right? And this is the synonyms
Hmm.
of off of dexterity, right? It says deftness, adeptness, agility, nimbleness, handliness, ability, capability, talent, skill, proficiency, expertise, effortless, slickness, mastery, delicacy, and knack. He doesn't have that shit, and I'm sick of guys basically almost bullshitting me and telling me that this man is slick or he has this type of that's why I always mention the term. He doesn't have dexterity. I'm sick of it. He's not Zab Judah. He's not Mayweather. Hell, he's not even Shakur Stevenson, who has more dexterity than him. That's why I'm sick of this guy, and I just can't stand it no more, bro. And it's just I'm being lied to consistently, right? Even Pubu Andre, who I don't like, has dexterity. That's what I'm trying to say. This man does not have dexterity. He's a robot. You know what I mean? And it's sickening to me,
Yeah.
brother. Jojo
I
Diaz
mean,
had more dexterity. He was just undersized.
yeah, and then Jojo. The reason I called Jojo to win that fight is that um Jojo has really he knows how to fight. Like, how they say the fucking they say Canelo can't has problem with slick boxers. Fucking just like pure boxers. I think Jojo is like the antithesis of that statement. Like, I think he has great, like, he looks the best when he fights the so-called slick boxer. You get what I'm saying? I don't know
Yeah.
why. I think his style matches up well with pure boxers. If you get what I'm saying, even though he doesn't have power, if he had a bit more power, Jojo, I think he'd fucking be actually pretty good. I mean, he's good already, but I mean, like, he would be. I mean, he would get a lot more hype. I think he got a bit of hype. I heard of Jojo. He fucking from over here from California and shit. So you hear about these dudes. But I mean, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if he had a little bit more pop, like, he'd probably be like on Ryan level. You get what I'm saying? Fucking Ryan's been fucking push, ever since they found out
Mhm.
about him and shit. So yeah, I mean, but then too is like that kind of that last fight with JoJo actually kind of exposed to me that yeah, Devin is not. You know how Paulo be saying he doesn't like the back foot bitches and shit like that,
Yeah.
and yeah, Devin is not fucking slick at all, bro, in anything that he does.
He's not. That's the point. I keep on saying this word dexterity, and I always mention it. Dexterity, dexterity, dexterity. Like that's the only term I
Mm.
thought when I looked at him. He doesn't have dexterity. That's everything they say he has. It doesn't. And all of the top premier boxers that ever existed in boxing, They have that flow. They have dexterity. Mike Tyson, for all its capability, he had dexterity, right? Even though he's a knockout artist. Even the man, when I see Tank Davis, he moves in a certain fashion. Ryan even moves in a certain fashion. It's just like something. There's a flow to it. You know, like if I give someone a basketball, um, you can automatically tell when the dude doesn't have any flow or dexterity with the basketball, right? It's just that quick to see, right? It's the same thing.
Mhm.
I see like Devin Haney as robotic and not having that flow. It just pops off right away. And it's just like, dude, this is not the guy these guys should be pushing. Push someone else.
And you know what? Actually, and I think that's his only problem. He's not like a pure boxer like they say Shakur is. I can see the skill that Shakur has, but I actually think Devin's better than Shakur. I think he has more pop than Shakur does.
Mm,
I think he has faster hands than Shakur. Like literally, like that's why I was
yeah.
asking. I asked a couple of people like on Beans' channel and on H Money, like who like if Devin wasn't fighting, excuse me, if Valdez wasn't fighting Shakur, who would they have? I would have Devin actually beating him, maybe even knocking him out because we don't know if he can take a punch. Seriously,
Yo,
like a
I
lot of people
believe
think I
that too.
hate on
I believe
Devin,
that
but
too.
I don't hate on Devin. I just you know I don't want to
You're
say what
just
I
saying the
think of
truth.
Devin because
You're saying,
me I like to fucking respect the boxers,
yeah.
but in due time we'll see if I'm right about him or not.
I think you are right, and
I just
it's
won't
like,
say it because I don't want to fucking you know me, I'm trying to fucking at least the boxers, everybody else I can give a fuck about.
yeah. Well, you're telling the truth because look at he was even Shakur Stevenson was saying, yeah, oh yeah, Chris, we're gonna have a war because I know how you fight. We sparred. We're gonna have a war when you and I fight. Well, look what happened to Chris Colbert. He thought Chris Colbert was all that. So whatever Chris Colbert was doing, Shakur Stevenson in sparring. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here, Chris Colbert. You've been exposed. You're a clown. You know what I mean? You got beat, and you need to go train or do something else, like or quit boxing or something. I don't know. But
Not bro,
that's the type of level of exposure we're seeing here.
but this is the thing about Chris Colbert because I actually like Chris Colbert. I like the way he fights, because
Yeah,
I think he's kind of like Devin, where Devin fights in a manner that he shouldn't. Like Lillard's gonna. Right now, he's kind of been um the puro panzazo has been winning and shit.
yeah.
Because of the level of competition or whatever. But yeah, like Devin needs to fucking fight to his strengths. He tries to be somebody he's not. He can't punch. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I mean, he's a pretty good boxer. I don't even. Should I have to analyze Devin more? But I mean, like literally, for a guy that isn't what I thought he was and doesn't have any power, he should be losing a lot more than he is. You know. So I have to like see what he does, like what actually he is.
How
You get what I'm
many?
saying? Because he doesn't have a jab.
Yeah,
You know. I mean, I think his chin is his best fucking asset, to be honest. And I think his fucker's tough. Fucking Devin. I think he's like, I think he's actually tough. Like, he's got heart. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
mean, once
yeah,
the level of competition goes up, is that gonna fucking be enough? I don't know. Right now I haven't seen I haven't seen anything special from Devin. I just gotta lean towards him because motherfucker hasn't lost. And he's fought some, I
yeah.
mean, Linares was old in the tooth, but Jojo, I mean, even though I thought he lost, it was still close. And then Cambosis, fuck, man, I don't know if it was a fluke. I mean, it's shit. I wouldn't put no money on that Devin Cambosis fight. Me personally, because I don't I truly don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah, shit. I'm going with Cambosis. I just don't see it. Like I just assess it all like just on some very numerical shit. Like just put by attributes and shit. And I just to me it's just pretty darn it's pretty easy, bro. Just to me, man. But it's just
No, I feel you.
you know what
I
I
feel
mean.
you.
It's just but yeah, the thing is, I think this is the year of guys getting exposed, and all these guys getting exposed is gonna be like on some Chris Colbert shit, on some Shakur Stevenson shit, on some all this type of shit we're seeing is gonna get exposed. All these guys. Salute to John Blaze, Scante, 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 Scante. But
Chinese.
yeah, it's all gonna get exposed. I think this is like the year of all these guys getting exposed. Chris
Yeah.
Colbert was the
Well,
number one victim. Second victim's gonna be Shakur Stevenson. Third victim's gonna be Devin Haney. After that, we'll see what happens. I mean, Boots Ennis. I mean, that guy obviously has a certain. What do you think about Boots Ennis?
too early to call, but I like what I see. We shall see as his
Yeah.
level of you know all he has to do is prove it to me. He hasn't really been tested in the chin, not as bad as like Valdez. Shakur, where like literally he fucking runs for dear life, so you can tell if he fucking has a chin or not. But I mean, remains to be seen. But he's looking pretty good, to be honest.
He at least has some capability that shows that yo, this guy can be something, right?
Yeah, you know who I like actually. I hadn't watched a lot of him, but even though he's like, I don't think he's fucking all the way there yet. But I mean, you could see at least I could see it. Is Gary's younger brother, the one that
Yeah,
just
that
fought
guy.
Testy?
Yeah, that guy who stopped post out.
Yeah, like literally fucking, they shit, and I lost a fucking bet because of that fucking bad stoppage. But I ain't even tripping, bro. It was like whatever, bro. It was only $20, but still, I mean, like literally, he didn't like super impress, but like he still fucking lunges in, and that's kind of how Postal was catching him. If Postal was younger, I think probably maybe we could have hurt him, but he did hit him with some good shots. I don't know. I mean, I like what I see from Gary Antoine. I'm not gonna say, oh my god, he's the next one, but I definitely like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, that's what I said. At least he's out there trying to finish guys. He's not out here just ticky tacking, or he does have ability to cut. He has various options. I don't like these guys who don't have various options. That's not a complete boxer. That's just my
I hear
opinion.
you. I
These
hear
guys
you.
aren't
Yeah.
complete boxers. That's what's sickening to me. I'm sick of seeing the non-complete boxer get a push. Valdez is actually a complete boxer. He has power. He could box. He has dexterity. He's taken adversity. Shakur is not that. The guy pot shots, maybe punches like 10 times around. It's sickening. And then he goes and says he's the greatest of all time. He's not the greatest of all time. Then he says if he was Canelo's weight, he'd beat Canelo. No, you wouldn't. You're basically taller than Canelo. How about you move up and fight him? You'd get bodied like in one round.
I
Sickening,
know,
bro.
right? Yeah, this guy. I mean, bro. I mean, like, he's okay fighter, fucking Shakur, but he's still got fuck, bro, 17 fights going. But anyways, um, I don't know, man. The closer we get to fight, fight day, fight week, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like literally, like one of the key things that was bad for Shakur but good for me is Valdez looks like he's fucking dialed in, bro. Fucker's not doing no interviews, not doing shit, bro. I mean, you haven't heard nothing from him other than the fucking those interviews he did after the face off.
Yeah.
And Shakur's at every fucking fight and talking about he's gonna fucking kick Canelo's ass, bro. I'm not saying that means anything, but I mean that was one of the key, not the key reasons why I picked Shakur, but excuse me, Valdez. But I mean one of the key reasons, like shit, man, Shakur might have fucked up.
Well, what did you
Nami.
think of the whole Burchell and how it brought a lot of heat to basically because oh look at the Burchell and also Nakatalia. Oh, Shakur beat Nakatalia. This must mean legend.
um, the thing about Bertel, I've always liked him. He's from where my pop comes from and shit. Quintana Roo.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter, but the thing is, I never his defense wasn't horrible, but fucker always got hit too much. He never really had good head movement. But the thing is that he fucking had a chin, and he would fucking invest in the body as much as he would headhunt. And against Locatelli, fuck him, man, he didn't do none of that shit, bro.
That's the truth, bro. It's almost like
I saw
they made him do
videos
some.
go backwards, like you said. When we're watching the fight.
Yeah, man. They made him do something that he's not he's not that's not his style, brother. Like you told me, I think you're going to say, yo, work do things that complement his style instead of making him into
Hmm.
another
Hmm.
person. And he's out here on some Super Saiyan on some like dodging punches. That shit ain't him, bro. And matter of fact, he was sitting at the end of Nakatalia's punches and shit, which is ridiculous to me. He
Yeah.
was just sitting at the end of it instead of basically going forward, going to the body, doing shit that he did versus the Japanese champion, versus a lot of these guys, even El Bandido Vargas, brother. If he would have just fought the way he fought against Bandido Vargas and just break straight, take it to him in the middle, he would have. I think he
Hmm.
would have won. That's just my opinion. It's
Yeah. Well,
despicable.
the thing against Bandido, like he literally was getting hit just as much.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking. That's what I'm saying. Like Burchelt never had the greatest like defense. You know how like a lot of like elite Mexican boxers like people
Hmm.
think they get fucking they catch punches with their face, but they really they roll with their shots and shit like that. Now Burchelt has
Yeah,
always caught fucking punches with his face.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just what I think this is his third loss, right? It's just
yeah,
three times. He didn't make it to the last bell or he knocked him out first. But it is what it is. I mean, he's just the Valdez fight took a lot out of him, bro. I just he's moving up. He moved up in weight. You know, probably about time to retire or maybe fucking go back to his old coach and go back to go
yeah.
back to square go back to what he used to be.
Yeah, he needs to go back to the drawing board, or they're gonna, you know what they're gonna end up doing with him? They're gonna have him fight
Mm.
fight Carlos Balderas from Top Rank, bro. He's gonna be one of those guys that, dude. It's gonna be right. It's gonna be here. He's gonna have to win or
Hmm.
die, right, or get out of the sport, as he said.
Yeah, for sure. What was I gonna say? And Balderas, I'm not too convinced. So
Yeah,
that could be
yeah,
like,
me
oh yeah,
neither. I just,
Balderas is gonna beat the shit out of him. Next thing you know, fucking Burchelt knocks the ever living piss out of him.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I
That's
think he
the
should
thing, right?
retire, bro. Because at this point,
Yeah.
it's like brain damage, bro. I mean, like, I don't see if he say he does get a good strings a couple of good top
Hmm.
10 wins together. Once he gets to especially with a puncher and fucking 135's got so many fucking great fighters, man, it
Yeah.
could end up being bad for him. Man. I would just retire, bro. Like literally, fucking what he accomplished in this two weight classes, 130 and 126, bro. I mean, it was impressive, bro. He literally was a boogeyman, bro. Nobody would fight him.
Facts, man. Facts. Um, You know what? The other thing that kind of, I know a lot of guys don't want to go into this, but I'm gonna go into this. Why
Hmm.
is it when Shakur Stevenson is sitting on these top rank interviews and all this shit, they never ask him about what he did or how he recovered from assaulting people, or why, or if he had any type of therapy or anything in assaulting females and males in Miami Beach? And the only reason I'm bringing it
I
up
know,
because,
right?
yeah, I constantly see them asking Canelo about clenbuterol, and this is already like 6 years. Like I see this guy Custard and all these weird dudes asking him about this, asking him about that. Valdez before the top rank fight, it literally was a whole interrogation when he was going to fight Conceição. A whole
Hmm. Hmm.
interrogation
Hmm.
throughout the fight, like just making him think of other shit. But I've never seen any of these guys at top rank ever ask him about his affiliation with Snack, which is this freaking despicable organization with Victor Kane and also assaulting women. But they constantly ask Canelo about the PEDs and all this shit consistently, and it's funny, right? I'm gonna start laughing. I'm gonna start laughing in a basically in a wow, what the fuck's going on here type of way when the man Canelo is asked about Snack or about Clan again in the lead up to the Bivol fight. Watch it happen.
Oh no, bro, that's a guarantee.
Yeah, it's the
That's
whole
a
thing. I was like,
guarantee.
dude, where's the
Puta
fairness?
madre.
Where's the fairness in these scumbags, bro? It's just weird to me. I don't dig it, brother, at all. And I'm waiting for one of these guys at top rank to ask Shakur Stevenson if he's gone to therapy or if he done something after assaulting females and also his affiliation with Snack. No one asked him anything, but they're gonna ask Valdez about the tea and if he's come back with some shit. It's freaking weird.
Not
Yeah,
weird at
yeah,
all to
bro.
me,
Like,
brother.
you
Who the
gotta be
fuck is
like,
this?
fucking hell, man.
Shit, I'm not
Like,
even
this
on
shit's happened.
the panel. Oh,
This,
it's Jimmy. What's
this
up,
shit
Jimmy?
happened 10
My bad.
years
Go ahead.
ago. You good, bro? Now I'm saying this shit happened, like, the whole Canelo situation. Like, bro, that's already been cleaned up. Like, he did the hair follicle test. He submitted evidence that, look, man, Latin America has obviously a history with the, beef products, the Olympic Mexican soccer team, etc. Like, I don't know why people keep going on about it, man. Like, it's
Because
weird,
they
man.
don't give a fuck, bro. They fucking jealous, bro. I have no idea, bro. I've been fighting this fight fucking for like last 2 years and shit.
Is that, imagine like someone says to me like, "Oh, Jimmy broke into your house." I go up to that person and I show them pictures of Jimmy was in Spain at that time, and they still keep saying, "No, Jimmy broke into my house." Like, I
Hmm.
don't know what more to tell you then.
I
Yeah,
don't know,
that's the
bro.
thing.
I don't know.
It's the thing to me is the double standard. They never asked like this guy about assaulting people or about his affiliation with basically Victor Conte, right? That's the thing I don't like. The double standard. Like I would be cool if it's like, yo, everything runs, let everything run and shit. Just like boxing is boxing. Like keep boxing, and keep off the out of the ring things out of the ring, right? But it's a double standard that I'm sick of. That's the thing I'm sick of. So, uh, Valdez, they keep. I guarantee you, they're gonna ask him about the tea and what happened leading up to the fight. Leading up to the fight, they're gonna ask him, are you what happened? How do you feel now? Or did you stop taking that tea or whatever? But they're not gonna address Shakur Stevenson's whole affiliation with snack and steroids, and also assaulting women. And that's what I mean. Like, keep separate. If you want to keep it separate, I'm cool. Don't even mention it. Don't mention assault or any of this thing. I'm cool. It's all good. I would never mention it. I don't care. I just call the double standard, which is ridiculous. You know what I mean? And that's what pisses me. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm gonna keep on pushing it because I'm sick of it. If none of these guys are saying it, I'm gonna keep on saying it. And yeah, I have his crying face and his crybaby face up here because he is a crybaby. You know what I mean? There's other things to cry about in life than losing a boxing match. It's sickening to me. And all I care about the double standard and Top Rank is a scumbag for it too. It's just horrible. And it's because there's a lot of bias because a lot of these guys, I'm gonna say it 100 right here. You think these guys are subscribed to What Rep at Combat Sports or these other types of channels like Budo's channel? Or even like these other type of channels that have that are basically calling people out? No, they're subscribed to Deontay's Boxing Nation. All these guys, everybody at Top Rank, they're subscribed to all these channels, Ego and all this shit. So they believe all that crap. Byron Custer, I guarantee you, if you looked at his tab, if you look at Brian Custer's tab from PBC, I guarantee you he has all kinds of anti-Canelo shit all over the place on his freaking tabs from these YouTube channels that have like the Boxing Voice and all these other types of shit. That's what no one talks about. And it's sickening because you know what? Boxing YouTube is powerful at this point, right? Like literally, we all came here because you know YouTube and boxing is basically the news, right? And majority of it is a bunch of bullshit and hating ass shit, and it's versus Canelo and versus Valdez. That's why it's sickening to me. I mean, shit, if no one's saying it, I'm just gonna keep on saying it, period.
Do you think it's because they're Mexican?
It's that, and just on some hater, I don't know what it is. It's like I said, it's because they have a tilt and a bias when they click on these YouTubes. They just figure that these guys with this exorbitant amount of followers are the news, right? So you see Dante's Boxing Nation with 200,000. You see all these other guys with all these views and shit. Look, I'm not here to make, what do you call it? To make friends with anybody. I don't care with any of these guys. I'm not gonna sell out to none of these guys. I'm just gonna keep on going hard. What I say, I'm not gonna say Devin Haney's great. He sucks. And Bill Haney's a scumbag. I'm gonna keep on saying that. I'm not gonna sell out just to get an interview. I'm not gonna be David Benavidez. I love you. I'm on your knees. Screw you, David. You suck, and Canelo will knock you out. That's the real shit. But these guys come on, yeah. These guys, oh, come on my show. Oh, I'll tell you. Screw you. Once you're on my show, I don't want you on my show because I shit on all of you guys. These other guys have Ryan interviews, Ryan, what do you call it? Ryan Garcia interviews and shit, and they were shitting on them. What kind of straight person does that? What kind of real reliable person does that? You're a scumbag and sellout. Budo, you saw it. These guys at the fights. Ellie Setback, you're the greatest. Oh my God, where are the famous people? Man, screw you. I don't give a shit.
Facts, bro.
It's this crazy shit. Guys want to take pictures with everybody and all this shit. Man, screw you. That's some selling out shit. Unless you're a real like a hardcore journalist, I respect you, man. But I'm not out here. Hey, you're my friend, David. Screw you, David. You ain't doing shit. You're a PBC guy. I don't give a shit. Canelo will knock you out like in 5 rounds.
Yeah, man.
I never saw the hype for David Benavidez. I'll keep it real. Like people kept saying he'd beat Canelo, he'd knock Canelo out. I'm not, bro. Canelo will fucking murder him, man. Like,
of course. But guys are like, let me take a picture with you, buddy. This type of shit. I don't give a shit. You're a man like me. I respect Budo's Sustentado Boxeo more than any of these scumbags or anybody. I respect anybody who works hard more than any of these overpaid hype jobs. Like, I'm not going to get on my knees and be, oh my God, it's you, brother. Screw you. And your mother. How about that? Mauricio Lara, that's the guy I like because guess what? He's humble and no one does anything to help him out. That's why the same thing with Rey Martinez. I know care. I knew he was going in on a hard fight versus the man Chocolatito. But guess what? I was saying Rey because I know he literally doesn't get no respect on YouTube or anywhere. And the same thing with all these guys, Chonce Pedro, all these guys. But nah, guess what? He doesn't have a lot of views. He doesn't have a lot of hype. You know what I mean? That's why guys aren't kissing his ass and shit like that and say, come on, buddy, be my friend. Give me an interview. I'm on my knees here. I'm in the bathroom sucking your cock. That's what these guys do to get these interviews. I ain't with that
Pretty
bullshit.
much, bro.
For
Pretty
reals, you saw
much.
it. You saw it, Poodle. These guys are out jumping around these boxers like they're gods. You're not a god. You're a human being like me, and you don't even do the shit that I do in real life, work and all this other bullshit. The real fans are out here shitting on everybody. That's the way boxing is. You shit on everybody, and you hold them accountable. I'll shit on Canelo. I'm waiting for my time to shit on his ass. To be honest, when he seriously, I would shit on him, but he's winning. Yeah, he's winning, bro. Like I can't. You're not gonna just shit on a guy who's winning. That's why I do. That's what I'm saying. That's why I do shit on certain guys like Andre and all this guys. I hate to say it. Andre though, he might prove motherfuckers wrong when he does some shit at 168. You know what I mean? He might prove motherfuckers wrong when he does the shit at 168. You know what I mean? But when he does, bro. You ain't gonna. No one's gonna be able to say nothing about Andre when he proves motherfuckers wrong. Nobody's gonna be able to say nothing about Fury or any of these guys or anybody who's hated on or even salute if Anthony Joshua goes and does Usyk dirty, we ain't got nothing to say, brother. We ain't got nothing to say if Anthony Joshua does Usyk dirty.
I told you so. That's what I'm
exactly. You'll say I told you so. You've been on it, brother. You've been on it, right? But you know what I mean? That's the whole point, right? But the thing is, these guys don't give props to guys who are doing things, brother. You know what I mean? It's crazy, dude. It's crazy out here. But yeah, they want interviews and all this other bullshit. You know what I mean? Getting on their knees, like with the tongue out like a dog. Like, forget all this shit. Boxing YouTube is for criticism and for other bullshit like that. And it's sickening, brother. It's sickening when I see all these people out here like lap dogging, you know what I mean? All this type of stuff. Give me an interview, all this type of give me an interview. What are you doing, man? I literally shit on all these guys. You think I'm gonna go, hey, nothing happened here. Yo, nothing happened here. No. Here, Andy, give me an interview. I just shat on you, called you a fat ass and a burrito eating motherfucker. I'm gonna go over there and act like nothing happened. Fucking scumbags. It's weird. It's weird. How could someone make a whole video or shit on a guy and be like, yo, yeah, I was always with your side. Yeah. Nah, right? Bro, get out of here. Get out of here, bro. That's why unless you're ESPN, unless you're one of these corporate entities, bro, that's probably the only people that should be giving interviews. Other than that, if you're here on some free shit, don't sell out, man. The guy fight. I don't know if you guys noticed this, Poodle and Jimmy. I don't know if you guys noticed this. All I see, and this is a little conspiracy here, right? All I see is I turn on one of these YouTube channels that can give me information, the bigger ones, and it says, "Ding ding ding," whatever, like boxing. And it says sponsored by Snack.
Yeah, it does do that. Man.
Yeah, sponsored by Snack. Yeah, sponsored by. So you think they're gonna tell you anything like, yo, this guy is Snack and this guy Victor Khan is a whole scumbag? I'm like, dude, no wonder. Like, dude, this is all like sellouts and all this other shit, dude. It's wild, bro. I don't know how it goes over there, Jimmy. What's cracking over there? Is it's wild like that too? Because I see MTK has a lot of power. I saw a Mexican guy get robbed with MTK cards and shit.
Bro, it's all the same, bro. Like all these guys, the media whores, they'll just sell out to whoever's willing to give them $5.
Facts, man.
That's the thing that they do, fellas. Though it's like literally they don't try to hide it from you, bro. It's like in plain sight, bro. People ignore it. That's what I think is weird. All the other shit, I've seen it before, But now it's like at least they fucking like kind of dressed it up, gave you like a fairy tale. Now they just like this guy's great.
Yeah, man, it's just wild, bro. Like, yo, I might sell out if it was beautiful women out here. You know what I mean? Like if there's if these are all beautiful women out here, or like this was like some pageantry, yeah, I might be selling out. Yo, let me get an interview. All this like, yo, let's go over here, that type of shit. But doing it like for pussy, dudes, man. Like, dude, yeah, you're weird. Hard. You're weird if you're out here selling it out for dudes and it's like, yeah, man, I'm not selling out for none of you.
I think a lot of these guys are gay as well. Like, I have to be honest.
Yeah,
a lot of these guys in the media. I think a lot of them are gay, but it's not fanboying over other men. Like, that's a bit much.
Facts. They're like massaging men and their shoulders and all this shit. They're like it's type of shit, man. They love. Do you know what they want the media credentials for? I'm gonna keep it real, guys. I'm gonna keep it real. These guys with YouTube channels, they want the media credentials so they could go into the locker room when Anthony Joshua and Canelo are naked and look at them. That's what these guys want. These guys. I want to meet. I want to meet a pass. So when Valdez is getting naked, I could be looking at him. That's what these weirdos are doing, brother.
Yeah,
You,
bro, I'm not
Maybe
you're
they
even
all
need to get
sitting
trolling
into
back.
right
women's
now.
boxing then, bro. So I guess
Bro, I'm not even trolling right now. Ellie Setback actually did get kicked out of a gym because he was trying to interview someone in the shower room.
That's the
Like, you know,
point.
I know
that's
Yo,
why
those
Freddie
girls
Roach
are
kicked him out of the
boundaries.
gym.
What the fuck's going on
yeah,
here?
man. It's
That's why
just
Freddie Roach
weird.
kicked him out of the gym.
Yeah, it's
He's
like
like, no,
all of a
Freddie, I'm
sudden,
just trying to get an interview. He's like, get out
yo,
of
the
here,
dude.
you fucking faggot.
Yeah, the dude's like bending down for soap, and the mic comes through. Right, the mic comes through. He's like, "What the world is going on here? Where's the mic? Where's this mic come from, bro?" It's like it's weird, man. It's weird, bro. And it's like, bro, 2022 is wilding out like this. It's like Budo said, nothing new comes though, right? Budo is all the same shit, just amplified now because we have the ability to look at it in real time and to analyze it in real time, right? It's the same shit though,
It's like the
right, Budo?
world, bro. The world's not even different though. Like whether it's America, Britain,
Yeah.
Japan, Australia, Spain, everyone's a fucking sellout, bro. Everyone's a media
Mhm.
whore. It's all the same.
True shit, man. It's
That's
just like
true.
I couldn't stand this, Jimmy. I couldn't stand this, brother. When I saw Wood and Warrington post fight when they were all talking about we're gonna make a fight and all this shit. I'm like thinking like, dude, Warrington, do you have any heart, brother? You really you know you didn't beat Lara. You know you didn't beat Mauricio Lara. How do you have that belt like that and with any consciousness? Like you're not
Yeah.
a real champion. Where's your there's a word for it. Where's your shame at? A little shame, you know what I mean? Have a little
Oh,
shame or some shit,
you
bro.
know the telecast during the whole fight, they didn't even mention Mauricio Lara once during the build up, during the telecast, even after the fight. They're saying, "Oh, you know, let's have a unification with Wood, and it's going to be in a stadium and all that stuff." Like just pretending like Lara didn't exist.
Of course, bro. And they even and now I think Warrington accident might have called out Navarrete, knowing he's never gonna fight Navarrete, bro. Get Austin, get out of here, bro. Yo, Puro, this fool called out Navarrete, bro. We can make a unification with Navarrete. I was like, dude, get out of here. You're never gonna make that fight, bro. You're gonna unify with the or supposedly unify, if we even call that unification with the baby belt Woods, right? Crazy.
It might be, bro, because I think Leo Santa Cruz hasn't fought at the weight for nearly
Hmm.
3 years.
For
So
Yeah,
Puma, yeah.
man.
I think they
For
might
sure.
elevate it. So if they put in a petition, they'll elevate him from regular to super champion just for the unification. I think it'll happen because in the UK that is a big fight. Like it'll be like in a soccer stadium and it's like pay-per-view level fight. So it's just money, bro. Everyone's a sellout.
Yeah, man. Yo, Ebony Bridges was gonna win me money, but I messed up on a parlay, so it's that. So look, at this Ebony Bridges sells out and looks half naked. That's the type of selling out
What
I
a
like.
bitch.
Yeah,
Bro, look at her in the
she's a
weight.
dirty whore. She's a dirty whore, but that's the type of stallion I like. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. I was. She's like, thank you for this championship belt. I had to suck 10 cocks. Yo, salute. She's like, I had to suck 10 cocks. Thank you, Eddie Hearn, for this belt. I did a lot of a knee bending and all this type of shit. But so I was like, whatever. But that's female boxing. I can't stand watching it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't watch it either, bro. That's not me. But I like her doing the weigh-ins. You know when she wears the lingerie, the
Exactly.
Victoria's Secrets, and she's got her
I
Yeah.
love
ass
that
on.
shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah. I feel.
you know like the faggots, the media guys, they run past Ebony Bridges to go get a fucking interview with Dylan White or Tyson Fury.
Yo. Yo, Dillian White, I never liked him after I saw him versus Anthony Joshua versus Usyk, and he was literally almost crying because Anthony Joshua lost. I was like, dude, stop crying for dude. Worry about yourself. Boxing's an individual sport. Like you shouldn't be caring for Anthony Joshua that much. Like you should be angry. You should be happy he lost. That type of shit. You know what I mean? That's why I don't know, brother. I'm kind of off. I know Tyson Fury gets a lot of hate. I know I take a lot of heat for the Tyson Fury shit, but I hope he knocks out Dillian White.
Might be. It might do. Um, yeah, he looked more sad than Anthony Joshua.
Yo, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it, brother. I'm gonna call the morning. Obviously, I gotta do
All right,
some
bro.
shit over here. It's 5. What time is it over there in Britain, Jimmy?
Uh, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
No doubt, no doubt. How about Puro? Which you got anything else to you got anything else to say in regards to the shit that we talked about?
Shit. Nah, bro. Fucking Shakur's gonna get his ass kicked. I'm gonna win some money. I'm gonna talk shit.
Yeah,
Same old, same old.
yeah. I'm gonna be on the whole like Valdez shit when he wins, bro. So salute to everybody who came through. Salute to Jimmy who came through. Salute to Puro Sus Central. Salute to Mad Chat Sports. Subscribe to Puro Sus Central Boxeo. Salute to No Se for coming through top of the morning. Ricardo Martinez. Check out his videos. They're very funny. He has he has the Shakur Stevenson video, and he also has like some other videos. Salute to SSE, brother. Thank you, brother, for coming through. Hope I made your morning a little bit better, SSC, because I know you're out there working. Salute to Knockout Ned. Salute to Iceman. Salute to everybody who came through. Obviously, again, subscribe to John Blaze CCD. Subscribe to Puro Sustatran. Subscribe to Shadow Ghost. Subscribe to Ricardo Martinez. Subscribe to all these people who make boxing YouTube. Great Young Billy, Bruce Goes, Iceman, everybody who came through, everybody in this boxing YouTube, you guys all make it great, man. So salute to you guys. Skante, skante, skante. I'm out, guys. And for Puro Central, we're out.
Peace.
Peace out.